Alrighty then, hello! And welcome to the world of Darksiders!
Yes. Oh, there was health in here.
There's also health outside. I left it because you come back to this area eventually.
Oh, yeah, you walk through everything. That's how,
It's one of those that doesn't respawn.
that's how war stays fit. Walking everywhere. Even the fast travel in this game is walking. It's just walking, slightly less.
Yep.
Besides, he doesn't want to take the 2-mile trail today. He'll just do a quick half-mile, then go home and have sex with his girlfriend in the car.
Yeah, he gets.
Which I think parks might let you do. They will not let you do that. Do not attempt it. It's not the 50s anymore, where you can have sex in your car and the bear will come by and give you directions. Which, I guess, was all well and good. I don't know. Sometimes I worry we went from the 50s mentality, where we pretended there were no problems, to the 2000s mentality, where we pretend everything is a problem.
It's both. The world is a vampire.
Oh, that show. I watched that for a while.
Yeah, how'd that go?
No, you can't do that.
Ow.
Yeah, he's gonna... Most annoying thing I had to fight. Except the poison guys. Poison guys are pure nonsense. You use that.
No, I wasn't looking for that.
Oh, you're gonna go the mage route.
I was seeing how the attack ability worked.
I think there's a prize down there. At least one of those green things we're supposed to get. Which I think is another scene we might have missed. Volgrim wants green things?
Oh, because I didn't talk to Volgrim. That's why.
Nah,
but it was one of
oh,
these.
we got a piece.
That's how we get more health.
Yep. I loaded the wrong save when I was playing on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And I was missing a lifestone shard. I was like, where did I find that? It's one of those things where you're playing through the game casually and you missed something. So you go to IGN to get a walkthrough and you don't know which ones you got already.
I have to go through the whole game again!
Just to get the one thing to help me in this one fight. Welcome to Monster Hunter.
Again.
Which I enjoy well enough, Monster Hunter. It's 4 players, so I thought we could do it for the channel, but we'd have to find 2 people interested.
That is true. I can't wait till we can extend the combo.
Oh, yeah. No, save up for the Harvester. That way you get more souls and you can buy everything. Pro strats.
Pro strats.
I have none.
I need heals.
I always keep opening those because I forget they're not all money.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Did you see that new Ghostbusters movie?
Nope.
Neither did
I
I.
refuse to.
Big fan of the other one, or just...
Nah, it just it looked horrible.
It was okay. Like, 2 of the ladies were both from Saturday Night Live, so they played well off of each other. But the other 2 weren't. But they played well off of each other. So it got to the point where one half of the team played well off of each other, the other half of the team played well off of each other, but the group as itself...
All I understood was they said that Chris Hemsworth stole the show.
Sometimes yes, because there were times when he gave legitimately funny things, like lines, and then when he acted too stupid, and you were genuinely worried about this man hurting himself accidentally. Like there's a part where a loud noise happens, and instead of covering his ears, he covers his eyes.
Ooh.
And it stinks because it's given right after he gave a funny line, so it's like, I don't know what you are.
You could do this. You were given a bad script, and here we are.
Happens a lot. Like John Leguizamo.
Everybody's still apologizing for that.
They're trying to get a petition together to make more people apologize. It's like he's a talented actor, and you made him be a fat clown.
He did a good job in that movie, though.
He did a good job in that movie. It's just one of those, what are you doing here?
Speaking of...
It's like Abe Pagoda in Good Burger. Like, what are you doing here? You were in The Godfather. Oh yeah, he speaks infernal.
I fear nothing.
Well, one guy?
Samael.
How does he know these things? Who's he been talking to?
Well, it's been 100 years. And Death kicked the crap out of him before.
Samael?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess the demons would know by now that Death is dead. Is this the only Phantom General we fight? Because they give him a generic enough name, but...
Generic? Samael?
No, Phantom General.
Ah.
Unless they're just going the route of, Star Fox Adventures, where the man's name is actually General Scales. Which is hilarious to me, because they made up their own dinosaur language for that game. But then it's just in the middle of it, he says his name is General Scales. Li Dum Su Tavuk, General Scales. It's like, why did you make up a language if they're just going to speak English every once in a while?
I mean, it's sort of the same thing with all languages, is it not?
Kyokat's Kyo Krazoa Palace. It's a Star Fox game with no guns. You escort a tiny Triceratops everywhere, and it works off of Zelda controls.
Ah, we know it's definitely bad.
Zelda's fun, which is something I always notice with John. He hates Zelda games, but likes Darksiders 1 more than Darksiders 2 because Darksiders 1 functions like a Zelda game.
It's because he likes RPGs, but Zelda.
Use your Musou!
Zelda isn't bad. It's honestly just the fans. They drive us nuts. That's why we hate it.
Yeah, but fans ruin everything. I remember Gaijin Goomba was talking about it. He was a real big fan of that lady from Gurren Lagann, and he gets a job in Japan and finds out that everyone's wanking to her.
Yeah. Everybody was. Even in America. Yoko was wank fodder. Just like Mai Shiryui.
And Mocha Akashiya.
And Hestia. And...
Well, for Mike's.
Name a waifu.
Oh, I forget her name. I think it was the other way.
Realized that the last second.
I forget her name. The guy John got mad at you for killing.
Leanne, sure.
Leanne, sure, that's it. There's one.
That's a waifu.
Hinata Hyuga.
Best waifu. Sorry, if you pick anybody else, it's okay to be wrong, but, you know.
Well, it was one of those things where it's like, yeah, I guess I could see Tamari, but I kept thinking, like, I want to root for Hinata to get with Naruto because I love her underdog story. But I am totally willing to get Rebound Hinata. They do make that point a couple of times where it's like, yeah, Sakura, why didn't you get with Naruto? Remember, Tsunade did not get with Jiraiya And now that is one more memory she drinks away.
Yeah, yeah. That man just tried to burn his face, and he's like, yeah, no.
There is a way, but you will need to get inside the destroyer's spire.
You know, he looks like the bighorn guy from Legend.
Bring me their hearts.
He pretty much is.
He is the bighorn guy from Legend. I'm surprised they didn't get Tim Curry for this. He will do like anything. He did Fern Gully.
I guess because, whatchamacallit's just kind of... Yeah,
Oh no, yeah, I'm not complaining about this. It's just like
Tiamat!
he did Fern Gully.
By land, you will never reach it. Find the high ground with this
He does professional movies, but then he'll also do Home Alone 2.
and bring me her still beat.
His wings are upside down.
Because he's a demon.
Well, the other demons have right side up wings.
Because he's the big demon.
And they don't run into any succubi?
Doesn't look like it.
He's like, that's why hell is always ready to fight. There's 2 sons and no women. What are they supposed to do? I think the big guy's calling you out. You ought to snipe him.
If I could, I would.
Use your ricochet arrow.
Ow.
Alright, we're woefully underprepared. We need to buy some range combos.
Yep.
Get some more rage. Maybe some orange juice. I think we're low.
We need all the things.
I mean, it heals everything in, Dead Rising.
It does.
I like that game. I wish we could have done more with it. But, I can already think of some more Halloween games to do. One of them might work off your Xbox One if Microsoft still has that one indie game, I remember.
Yeah, it depends.
Otherwise, I have it on my 360. We just have to... Well... That is,
First death. That was a thing.
We'll start a counter. Turns into Darksiders.
No.
Which it can't because you're the only one of us who drinks.
Ah. Fuck you, game. Stop falling in the pit.
Should have put something in Dex, man.
I apparently should have. My dex rolls weren't good enough.
No, but then... My charisma rolls fail, and I'm a bard.
Why as an orc do you have your things in charisma? To balance out my stats. Come on. That's how we play, right?
Oh yeah,
Ow.
I think there was a cave back on the, back in the crossroads with one of those in it. Might be thinking of a different place, but, there's always something hidden. This is one of those games where you're supposed to come back with your new ability and get the thing. Like Banjo-Kazooie was pretty linear. It was get everything in this world, and you will need that for the next world. Whereas Banjo-Tooie was slightly more open world, where you need this thing from World 6 in order to get this thing in World 3.
That's pretty interesting.
Wish I could play those for the channel, but...
You have to find them. Oh yeah, I need a thing, don't I? Hey, get away from me.
Or play them on Xbox.
That is true. So violent he couldn't be seen on screen, you know. You know how it is, guys.
It's like the Killing Joke. We can't make a movie about it unless we have bat sex in it. Which, again, man. Dex.
There we go.
What was it? I didn't mind the Bruce Barbara bit at the beginning.
Well, that's because that's supposed to tie into whatchamacallit.
It's supposed to tie in. Admittedly, it didn't tie in too well, but I can understand why they wanted to, in their movie, give a little bit of information on Batgirl before,
Well, it was supposed to tie into whatchamacallit, the Batman Beyond timeline.
Yeah. Well, what is it, I don't think Dick Grayson dies, but he's just not around.
He stops hanging around because...
Oh, yeah. And then
Bruce.
it's Tim. In Batman Beyond, it's Tim who, gets abducted by the Joker.
Well, I mean, I think they also had whatchamacallit around still.
Well, in the movie, at least, it was Dick went off to be Nightwing in Bloodhaven. They recruited Tim Drake.
Well, I mean, I think Damien... No, not Damien. Jason Todd is still around in some capacity.
I don't think he was, because in Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, they have the Joker kidnap Tim Drake, and Tim Drake then kills the Joker.
I think... I think... Because before Tim Drake is supposed to be Damien. Not Damien, Jason. They're just so similar.
And the, what is it,
What's up, Volgrim?
the animated series skipped,
There we go. Teaches about the Fallen Legion.
there we go. The animated series skipped over the bit with Jason Todd.
Yeah.
And Batman Beyond was going off of the animated series, so...
Yeah. Then I guess, yeah. Alright, well, I think that's a good place to end for right now.
Yep, well, we shop for things we can't have.
You never know.
I do. We can't have it. See you next time.